Picture this. You're lying in bed, scrolling through your phone, replaying every moment of your relationship. The laughter, the fights, the promises they made, and then broke. You've texted, called, poured your heart out, but nothing. Just silence, and it's killing you. But what if I told you that silence is your secret weapon? What if I told you that the very thing you're avoiding, walking away, cutting all contact, is the one thing that could bring them back? Sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? But here's the twist. Avoidant exes don't come back because you chase them. They come back when you stop, when you disappear, when you give them the space to feel your absence. And when they do come back, it's not because you begged, it's because you walked away with your head held high. So if you're ready to learn why most avoidants come crawling back after no contact and how you can use this to your advantage, keep watching. This isn't just about love, it's about power, psychology, and playing the game smarter than they do. First, let's talk about avoidance. These are the people who crave love but fear it at the same time. Sounds insane, right? But here's the truth. Most avoidants leave because the connection gets too intense. They panic. Their mind tells them, run before you get hurt. And so they disappear. But here's the kicker. Avoidants don't actually move on the way you think they do. They distract themselves. They keep busy. They may even date someone new. But deep inside, they're still thinking about you, still watching, still waiting. And it's not because you're the one. It's because your absence creates a void they don't know how to fill. The moment you stop validating their existence, their carefully built emotional walls start to crumble. See, avoidants operate on cycles of push and pull. They push you away when you get too close, but the moment you stop chasing, they feel the emptiness creeping in. And it's not love they're feeling, it's discomfort. They don't actually want deep intimacy, they just want control over when and how they engage with you. That's why their return isn't about you. It's about soothing their own unease. Now, the real reason they come back is because of something I like to call the haunting effect. When you stop chasing, when you stop giving them the reassurance they secretly crave, their mind starts to work against them. They wonder, did he ever really love me? Is he already with someone else? Did I make a mistake? The longer the silence, the louder their thoughts get. And eventually, that silence becomes unbearable. That's when they reach out. But here's what you need to know. This is not a declaration of love. This is not some grand realization of your worth. It's discomfort. It's uncertainty. It's them needing to put you back in your place as an option just in case. And because most men don't understand this, they fall for it. They take her return as a sign that she finally sees what she lost. But let's be real. If she truly valued you, she never would have left in the first place. Her return is not about a deep emotional shift. It's about re-establishing control. If you respond the way she expects, you'll fall right back into her game, and the cycle begins again. And here's where most men go wrong. The moment she comes back, you think it means something deep. You believe she's realized her mistake, that she's had an epiphany about you. But let's be honest, if she really wanted you, would she have left in the first place? Or is she just responding to the fact that your absence is making her feel uncomfortable? If you're not careful, you'll get caught in an endless cycle of push and pull. The more available you are, the less she values you. The moment you step back, she gets curious. It's not about love, it's about power. And if you don't recognize this, you will always be at her mercy, playing a game you don't even know you're in. This is why you see men trapped in toxic relationships, stuck in loops that drain them emotionally. She gives just enough to keep you hooked, but the moment she feels safe, she pulls away again. And the worst part? You keep falling for it. Why? Because you think this time will be different. But unless something changes in you, it won't be. If you're enjoying this, make sure you subscribe. This channel is all about giving you the truth. No sugarcoating, no nonsense. You need to hear this because most men are trapped in the same painful loop. and they don't even realize it. They spend years, even decades, dealing with women who are emotionally unavailable, thinking they just need to prove themselves. But listen to me. You do not need to prove your worth to someone who cannot recognize it in the first place. You do not need to chase validation from someone who only values you when you're gone. You need to wake up. You need to start looking at reality instead of wishful thinking. Because the moment you do, everything changes. When you finally see what's happening, you reclaim your power. You stop reacting. You stop falling into emotional traps. And that, my friend, is the only way to truly win this game. So if you're tired of repeating the same painful patterns, hit that subscribe button. Because trust me, once you understand this, you'll never look at relationships the same way again. But here's the real kicker. She's not even aware she's doing this. Avoidants don't wake up and say, I'm going to manipulate him today. No. It's a subconscious defense mechanism. They genuinely believe their feelings are real in the moment. But the moment you're close enough, their subconscious alarm bells go off and they shut down again. It's a cycle they can't even control. But guess what? You can. You don't have to participate in this emotional roller coaster. The moment you recognize the pattern, you step out of it. You stop playing the game. And when you do that, something incredible happens. She either realizes she has to truly step up and change, or she disappears for good. Either way, you win. Because the only way to truly deal with an avoidant is to not give them the reaction they expect. If she reaches out, stay neutral. If she wants to meet, make her earn it. If she plays games, walk away. Because the moment she realizes she can't control you, she'll either respect you or leave. And trust me, both outcomes are better than being stuck in her cycle. And here's where it gets even deeper. Most avoidants don't actually want to hurt you, but their fears make them unreliable. The more you invest in them, the more they retreat. They return not because they've changed, but because they want to know they still have access to you. And if you allow that access too easily, you reinforce their behavior. The best thing you can do: maintain your boundaries. Make it clear that inconsistency is unacceptable. And most importantly, don't let loneliness cloud your judgment, because the minute you let them back in without consequences, you reset the cycle. At the end of the day, understanding avoidant behavior is about reclaiming your self-worth. The power is yours if you choose to take it. And that's the part most men struggle with. You see, it's not just about recognizing her behavior, it's about understanding why you tolerate it. Why do you accept breadcrumbs when you deserve the full meal? Why do you rationalize her absence, make excuses for her coldness, and keep the door open for someone who doesn't prioritize you? The hard truth is, if you keep allowing this cycle, it's not her fault anymore. It's yours. Every time you let her walk in and out of your life without consequences, you reinforce her behavior. She learns that she can disappear and return as she pleases. And let's be clear, if someone truly values you, they don't test your patience, they prioritize your presence. So ask yourself, are you willing to break this cycle? Are you ready to stop playing her game and start living on your terms? Because the moment you do, something incredible happens. You stop reacting, you stop waiting, you reclaim your dignity, and suddenly, it's not her choice anymore, it's yours. The biggest mistake you can make is believing that her return means she's changed. Avoidants don't change overnight. They don't suddenly wake up and become emotionally available. Change takes time, effort, and self-awareness, 3 things most avoidants struggle with. So when she comes back, don't assume it means she's ready for something real. Watch her actions, not just her words. Is she consistent? Is she making an effort? Or is she just looking for temporary comfort? If she's not showing genuine change, don't waste your time. Because the truth is, the more you tolerate inconsistency, the more you teach her that it's okay. And that's a lesson you can't afford to reinforce. You deserve more, a real, reciprocal, loving connection. Don't settle for anything less. The moment you realize this, everything changes. Stand firm, walk away from inconsistency, choose better for yourself.